Hi everybody, Rock Dude here.
And Marky Z, and welcome to another season episode of the
Rockin House.
Awesome. We've got a returning guest today. Rock Dude, we got
Bass player
Bjorn Englen.
from Sweden.
Yes, and he's
Holy
awesome.
smokes.
Plays in a lot of bands. I mean, Dio's Disciples, now Dio returns with 3 remaining members of Dio. Then you got his new project, Soul Sign, featuring Mark Bowles on vocals.
Who's well known in a lot of metal bands we would know.
Yeah, Englen being one of them.
So Soul Shines looks like it's shaping up to be a great project for Bjorn.
Bjorn, yep. Absolutely.
So yeah, he's played in some of these, Malmsteen's band and people like that. So
Tara Lynch.
We had her on the show, one of the best female guitar players. Check her out, Tara Lynch. I just wanted to throw that out there, Mark. And
look at the A-listers she worked with. Come on.
And Bjorn was her bass player for a long bit there. So
Awesome
Bjorn's
stuff.
everywhere he has to be. He's a popular fellow. He's well liked. He has a killer work ethic. And if you want the guy that gets in there and gets the job done, total professional, Bjorn's the guy.
Yep.
And he's in a long list of Swedish musicians who we had. Magnus Rosen, one of the best bass players in the world.
Yeah,
the guitar player for Jan Schaefer, guitar player for ABBA, who did all the studio recordings, all the gold records, etc. So hell of a thing. Sweden, 2 thumbs up, Mark.
Yes, absolutely. And Bjorn Englen is here to talk about what's new with Soul Sign.
So he's coming back, and we're going to be talking about his. Actually, it's an older project.
Just rebirthing it,
right?
Sort of like rebirthing,
rehashing it, bringing it back out. So
where Mark Bowles now being the front man, which before it was Larry, who's from Leatherwolf.
When he prepares to take his band out on the road, Mark Bowles is going to be the front man. That should be killer.
Yes, awesome stuff, man.
Not enough I can say, but. Besides being a great bass player, Bjorn's just a great individual, and he's a great friend of everybody he meets. So he's one of them kind of guys. So we're just fortunate to have someone like that on the show.
All right, and we're going to bring Bjorn back to the show right now. So welcome Bjorn Englen to the Rockin House. Welcome back, my brother. Alright, this is Marky Z, and welcome to another awesome season interview on the Rockin House. I got returning guest Bjorn Englen, all the way from sunny Los Angeles, California. If you don't know who Bjorn Englen is, he's got amazing A-lister musicians he plays with. He plays with Dio's Disciples. He's got his own project we're going to talk about today, Soul Sign. Mark Bowles is fronting the band. What an amazing Alice in Chains mix of Soundgarden with metal. Awesome stuff. And of course, we have other projects you've done, like Of Gods and Monsters and things like that. But we're gonna focus today, Bjorn, as I welcome you back to the show, returning here, is Soul Sign, brother. So welcome to the show again, bro. It's really great to have you back.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's great to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know about sunny California, but I'm in California. We haven't seen the sun in like 4 months now, it seems like.
Man, how things change. Talk about Dio's Disciples. You know, that's a big subject with me being a Dio tribute band myself. Night's Rain. Let's talk about what's going on with that. You did say that you're still involved with playing with Dio's Disciples. Is there anything that we have to look forward with that coming up?
I don't know. We don't have anything booked, and we're currently, since a few years ago, we're performing under the name Dio Returns, because we've been incorporating the hologram, which we no longer will be, but it's still going to be under, we're going to incorporate some videos and things like that, most likely of Ronnie during the show, and we're going to perform under Dio Returns. So Dio Disciples is sort of like more or less history, in that sense. It's the same band, though. It's a long time.
Just changed the name. Okay.
Yeah,
I got
it's a long time. It's only mainly so that when people were buying tickets to see us incorporating the hologram on what was it, 6, 7, 8 songs. To know that, okay, this is what we're paying for, so there was no confusion. That's how that came about, and which I thought was a great idea. And
sure.
Yeah, so it's still the 3 longtime Dio members, plus me and Ripper and Oni. So
Awesome.
and we'll see. We'll see when Wendy's ready to book something again, and we'll be ready and we'll do something. It's always a lot of fun and great guys, and it's really cool to play with them because we're all of us pay close attention to really being true to the music, which
That's it.
I think we are more than almost any other Dio lineup that was ever, I think we sound, one of the very best lineups that Dio ever had, really.
So Dio will be looking down. Yeah, Dio will be looking down at you and saying, I approve what I'm seeing and hearing.
Oh, 100%. I haven't heard Dio, aside from the vocals, and our singers are doing a phenomenal job, but I haven't heard the Dio band sound as good since 1985, 1986.
Okay.
In my opinion, but there's been some incredible people in the band. I just, the songs have to be played a certain way, and you have to really pay attention to how fucking in my case, how Jimmy Bain and Geezer Butler and those guys were playing the songs, and it's not about trying to copy them. I do things I do the Bjorn way, but not honestly too much. I just kind of I try to really give what the song needs, and iconic songs are so. I mean, the Black Sabbath stuff and the Dio stuff. It's so much about the bass. If the bass isn't played properly or heard properly, we've had sound guys that just destroyed the bass. And I try to say, this is not about me. This is about being. I had some sound guys. We've had some good sound guys, but there's been cases where and I try to say it's not about me. This is about
the sound. You're talking about the sound quality. I get it.
Paying respect to Ronnie, paying respect to the music,
yes,
and for the fans to hear the songs. If you don't hear the bass, you're not hearing the songs. So.
Agreed, because it's very bass driven. Dio, Sabbath, all that bass.
And that's what a lot of sound. Unfortunately, live sound engineers they treat the bass as a frequency, not an instrument, and it sounds muddy and you can't hear the notes. It's a disaster. That's one reason I don't really enjoy concerts too much, because you can't really hear stuff what's going on, that's a big pet peeve of mine.
Okay, so let's talk about a little bit of Gods and Monsters. I know we talked about it at the last show that we had you on before, but to my understanding, that's something that you were featured on, I guess, as a musician, bass player for that album. It wasn't an actual band you were going to put together or go on tour with them, or. Is there anything going on with that? I'm just curious to bring that up because we did talk about it last time.
We have a record that's been done, and it's I believe it's even been mastered as far as I'm concerned.
Is your long time just a dark time? All eternal sense of peace and freedom. Is there any matter where you are? Is there time perception when I talk to you?
Mark, see you again. I'm back with Bjorn Englen again. A pleasure for you to come and return to the show for another show here with the Rockin House. Let's talk about. I know you said a lot of things are up in the air, but it looks like things are going to come out. Of course, with the COVID, that set a lot of things back, man. It just put a big wrench in everybody. That myself, musicians, it just did it. But now we're past that, and a lot of things are opening up. A lot of people are touring more and this and that. What's on the future for Soul Sign? Are we going to see a tour in 23, or is it going to go into the 24? Gods and Monsters, Let's even talk about some of the gear that you like using. I know Uriben has endorsed, right? So let's talk about those things as we, close our show today with you.
Well, a tour, most likely a full tour won't be till 2024.
There we go.
Right now, we're trying to figure out the business end of things and release some of the music, play some shows in California, maybe
nice.
elsewhere, West Coast Nevada, places like that.
Sure.
And, so things are moving slow. Unfortunately, we haven't secured a record deal, that kind of thing. So we got some things planned.
Okay.
To do a single, to release a video first, and then kind of move forward from there. So
nice.
We definitely things will be moving. Like I said, we everybody's busy, but it's a good vibe in the band. Everybody likes each other. Everybody's a great player.
Well, that's a big part right there.
We only have a lineup that really works.
Nice.
As far as people's schedule, we had people right previously the band that were great guys and players and just we're too busy, and our guitar player Rob Mapp came back in the band, and we worked together for a long time. He played on the last record, and
right.
It works really well stylistically, and
nice.
and personally, the chemistry is really good.
That's what I was going to say. The chemistry must be really good, as you're explaining. Yep.
And it's nice when you're in a room with four guys and you can see there's no tension between anybody.
Oh, that's huge. That's a huge thing. I know what you're talking about. Trust me, because I've been doing this long.
And huge mutual respect. Everybody loves each other's playing, and
there you go.
Personalities are, everything's great. Sense of
Very
humor and stuff.
So, all right, so great. So we got something to look forward to. Source of Nothing comes and tries to throw a wrench into our plans here as musicians and what you want to do with Soul Sign. That 24 is going to be a tour for sure, and Mark Bowles will be fronting that band with the lineup you got now.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Awesome, man. That's great. That's great news. And again, you're going to be putting out a video. You said a new video is going to be coming out?
It's been shot and edited. And
nice.
It's ready to go. It's just, we like I said, it's people go like, why don't you just release stuff? Like, well, you can't just release stuff and then expect the label to want to release it again when it's already out. It doesn't work that way. So
no,
you have to hold on to it till you get the proper channel and that kind of thing.
Yes. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Well, you know what, man? I want to say it was awesome again having you return to the show. I appreciate you taking the time out to do it. It was great to talk about these things, and we got some awesome things to look forward to, especially with Soul Sign. If everything goes the way it looks like you got a good future with that band, for sure. So we're going to be seeing more of Soul Sign, for sure, according to what Bjorn's telling us right here. So, I'm Marky Z with Rock Dude, and I want to thank Bjorn again for coming to the show, returning. We'll have him back anytime you'd like to come back. I'm out.
Thank you.
your long time just a dark time? Oh, eternal sense of peace and freedom. Is there